Hello from my house to yours. Welcome to EMS at Sea Level. I am joined by Stephane from All Circuits. Stephane, always good to chat to you, but especially this year. It's been a monumental year for All Circuits with the acquisition or the merger with DBG. Tell me a bit about how that's progressed through the year and how it's changed the way you operate from being a European business with a North American footprint to a global business.
Well, thank you for having me, Phil. It's been an important year for All Circuits for sure. We changed shareholders, as you rightly said. That actually happened mid-year after roughly a 1-year process. And I would like to thank IEE for having been our shareholder for about 10 years and good shareholders supporting us. It was probably a time for a new era for All Circuits because we've been at the beginning of a significant momentum. Even if we essentially address the automotive market, we have very good traction in terms of industrial customers and demand from that large automotive and non-automotive customers to be able to follow them worldwide. We are a French company, obviously, but we also have manufacturing presence in Tunisia and in Mexico. With DBG now, we are truly worldwide. So EMEA, North America, but DBG has several locations in Asia. A couple of large locations and just upon the third one two in the south in Huizhou and Shenzhen, one near Shanghai in Jiaxing. But they also have manufacturing capabilities in Vietnam, in India, and also in Bangladesh. So we currently have now a pretty good setup, and we're able to serve our customers efficiently worldwide.
Yeah, I think that's really important when I look at the way the market's changed, and the word tariff is always coming up in multiple conversations, and has played an important role in how people think about the ideal EMS model this year. Having that depth in your footprint is really important. Having countries like India, which is seen as being a really important player moving forward, is important too. But from their point of view, it's also important to have the depth and strength that you have in Europe. It feels like a match that's well timed considering the market.
Well, the tariffs that have been imposed on lots of countries have indeed shaken the market. We somehow have benefited to these changes because there's a lot of our OEM customers that are asking themselves questions. To whom should I work with? Who can actually help me optimize my manufacturing footprint? Help pay the duties, not the maximum duties, but some optimized duties. So we've been facing a very, very significant wave of RFQs since, let's say, since the beginning of the year. We've never had so many quotes to do, which is a good thing. And it's not Western companies interested in Asia. It's actually more the other way around, and a lot of Asian players or international companies that had moved their manufacturing in Asia that are considering reshoring or nearshoring. So for All Circuits, but I would say even more for DBG technology, it comes at a very interesting time because we have answers. We have answers to that. We have answers to most of our customers' expectations. So it's been very good as far as the momentum is concerned. And as you also pointed out, 2025 should be a good year. We've had so far a good run, which we can, of course, enjoy, and that gives confidence also for investing more and expanding in the years to come.
Yeah. And it's what I find interesting is when we look at that much bigger, much more robust global footprint, that's nothing if you don't have the agility to move stuff around, you don't have the ability to, to operate in those multiple countries. That's part of the integration process, isn't it? That's part of understanding which you visiting multiple factories of theirs, then visiting multiple factories of yours, and understanding where certain projects can fit, where you can quickly move from one location to the other, so you can mitigate these disruptions. How has that integration process gone from a operational point of view, but also from a alignment of cultures and strategy point of view?
I like to say that it works well when we have like 75% common DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Below 50%, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
If you are 100% the same, you don't learn, you don't progress. So 75% is a pretty good threshold. And I have a feeling we hit that target. We are similar, but we're not the same. We understand each other, but we are very complementary. And if I tend to come back to the customer's expectations all the time. The integration in terms of manufacturing footprint is just a perfect match. Our customers also expect, of course, to be competitive, and being together. In the EMS is very capitalistic. As business, we need to invest very significantly in manufacturing equipment. And basically, each time a new customer comes in, we have to invest in manufacturing lines, dedicated or not dedicated, but we do have to invest. And together, we really have now access to very, very competitive equipment cost, and to the best of the technology. So that for all circuits, we are in the top 50 worldwide, but we can now, together with DBG, who's in the top 15, we can really benefit from having this huge purchasing power in terms of equipment. This is absolutely critical. Now, number 3, when you're a customer, you expect also to have a supplier and EMS that is financially sound. We were healthy before DBG came in the picture, but they are also giving us a depth, and they are ready to help us grow. So that is a message of confidence we're giving to the suppliers and to the customers that you can work with us, asking the suppliers to give us good lead time
terms,
terms, and the suppliers, they can work in confidence with us. There's nothing more dramatic for an OEM to see its subcontractor, its CMS going down. Resourcing is just a nightmare. So I think it's very crucial for us to give them confidence in the coming years, decades, I should say. Number 4, and we were together at the IPC conference. We're talking about talents. We're talking about being attractive to the best people. If we want to be successful, we need very good people on the shop floor, manufacturing. But we need good engineers. We need good technicians. We need good salespeople. We need good people in finance. Overall, at the end of the day, it's all about people. You can have the best machines. If you don't have the right people to run them, you're not going to be efficient and competitive. So I think that's also something that is really contributing to being attractive. I can see that in our latest recruitments. The new positioning is really attractive for the talents. Last but not least, purchasing of components. It can be, let's say, 75% of the total cost. And I think our new size, also the fact that we have now 3 design centers, one in France, one in Shenzhen, one in Shanghai, makes it also very attractive to the component manufacturers if they want to be spec'd in they can really work with us, and we can help them being spec'd in when we talk to our customers and at the design stage.
Yeah, and that makes you more competitive in terms of the bill of materials as well. It gives you more purchasing power. It's interesting when you look at scale; it kind of plays in a large number of situations within the negotiation. It's being able to buy everything you want competitively, but it's also being at the table to negotiate those deals with those companies that do need you to deliver product for them internationally. When you look at the additional RFQs that you're winning, and you're seeing a lot more RFQs at the moment, are they largely for Asian companies that want to be inside your footprint? And if they want to be inside your footprint, are they looking specifically at your lower cost offerings like Mexico and Tunisia?
Well, there are really two buckets. International companies, European, American, that are looking at us as kind of ideal partner, because we're not like the very, very large EMS, which are sometimes even larger than them, which can be scary. And we have the sufficient size to be able to support them worldwide. So let's say the first big traction is with these international companies that all of a sudden are seeing us not just as a local player, but the international player. And this is where we are not only quoting, but winning. And then there is the second bucket made of, let's say, Chinese companies. And this takes a bit more time for them. We are doing a lot of quotes right now, but they also have to learn how to work with Western companies. When they go outside of China, they are used to, let's say, to do business in a certain way, and they have to accept that. It could be a little
some things are different. Yeah,
and even if you have gains, if you do some nearshoring, you may also have some extra cost compared to doing everything locally in China or in surrounding countries. So they have to accept this extra cost to have at the end maybe a better selling price, because they absorb lower duty. So it's a process. Let's remember we closed the deal just in June.
Where do you look to maybe extend the footprint that you have? Is it perhaps more manufacturing in the Americas? Is it perhaps extending your facilities in Tunisia, where you do have maybe low cost close to Europe? What's the thinking there? And beyond that, obviously India and Vietnam and places like that are very attractive for DBG to be investing in.
Well, if we start with DBG, there's indeed some reflection right now to open a new country. It's too early to say. It's still in the making, but it's quite advanced in terms of thinking. Another location in Asia. As far as all circuits is concerned, there are, let's say, two different ways to look at it. In EMEA, we have enough square meters, and the emphasis will be on modernizing the equipment to stay at the top of the state of the art in terms of manufacturing capabilities. So benefiting from what I said, the very attractive prices for equipment. At the end, what we are judged upon is the cost per components placed. So if we reduce the cost of equipment, that has a direct impact. So we would certainly look at modernizing our plants in EMEA. Where we are looking at potentially expanding is in North America. If the wave of RFQs that we see now materializes into significant awards, we are ready to invest. So, but investments will happen in Tunisia, in Mexico, but certainly we continue to invest in France as we want to remain competitive. It's like a bicycle. If you don't pedal,
you stop and you fall off.
Right.
And that's never a good thing. I think what's fascinating when I look at the whole thing is the level of automation and the level of technology you have, for example, at the MSL plant. Was that important when DBG looked at you? And is that level of best practice automation something that you're able to bring to the group from an operational standpoint?
Well, MSL is certainly the most advanced, most automated plant in France.
One of the most in Europe, I would say.
Maybe you've seen more than I've done, that I've seen, but one of probably the most advanced in Europe. You go to Asia, and it sets some kind of different standard. And it's good because I started working in Japan and learning the TPS, the Toyota Production System, and something you learn is you have to do better than yesterday and not as good as tomorrow. Kaizen, continuous improvement. So it's actually very, very good to think that even our best plant can still make a lot of progress. And we will. The level of automation that DBG is achieving, because they also have a different model. A lot of the components are consigned, so they are really setting the value add and value add only. So there's a huge emphasis on saving every penny you can in the value add, and saving can be through automation. And when you replace Chinese labor by automatic equipment, the bar is pretty high to get a return on investment. They've been able to achieve this in a large scale in China in general, DBG in particular. So we've had recently a trip where we took all our plant managers to China, and it's been enlightening, very interesting. I think there's a lot that we can learn from one another. We have a bigger experience in automotive, for example, than our partner. But I would say they've been able to achieve a level of automation that I think is setting the bar even higher. And certainly grab the ball.
No, it's exciting, and exciting times ahead. And bringing those best practices together, bringing those footprints together, is what makes the new business greater than the sum of the previous parts. So hugely valuable. Stephane, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for talking to me. Look forward to seeing you in person in the new year and chatting further. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Phil.